Can Cristiano Ronaldo play 2026 World Cup? Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo can play the 2026 World Cup? Do you think a 41-year-old man is going to be on the field representing Portugal on the biggest stage in football? The short answer is yes. The long answer is that not only can he, but he probably will be there. And I'm going to explain why. Because while you're sitting on the couch questioning whether he can handle it, he's in the gym proving he can handle it. While you doubt, he's working. While you think it's impossible, he's making it possible. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't live by normal rules. He doesn't follow the path everyone else follows. He doesn't accept limitations that age supposedly imposes. He looks at those limits and decides they don't apply to him. And you know why? Because he built a body that defies biology. Because he has a discipline that most 20-year-old athletes don't have. Because he has a mentality that refuses to accept no as an answer. Let's be clear. The average retirement age in top-level football is 33, 34 years old. Most players at 35 are already playing in smaller leagues or completely retired. But Cristiano, at 39, continues to score goals, continues relevant, continues to be called up for the national team, continues to be important. Why? Because while others relaxed, he intensified. While others ate what they wanted, he controlled every gram. While others slept less, he respected the 8 hours. While others missed training, he never missed. And that brutal consistency over 20 years built a body that doesn't age like others. Built muscles that stay strong, built joints that stay healthy, built a cardiovascular system that works like a machine. Doctors who examined Cristiano say that biologically his body has the age of someone in their early 20s. Early 20s! I'm not making this up. This was documented. His body composition, his muscle mass, his fat percentage, his lung capacity, his bone density, everything indicates an athlete at his peak, not a man approaching 40. How is it possible? Absolute discipline, unbreakable routine, sacrifices others don't make. He transformed his body into a temple. He treats it with reverence. He doesn't put anything in there that isn't optimal. He doesn't do anything that could harm it. He doesn't risk. He doesn't relax. He doesn't give in. Never. So when you ask if he can play in 2026, the answer is absolutely yes. The body can handle it. But the question isn't just physical. It's mental. It's emotional. It's whether he'll still have the hunger, whether he'll still want it, whether he'll still be willing to pay the price. And knowing Cristiano, the answer is obvious. Of course he'll want to. Because for him, the World Cup isn't just another tournament. It's the only thing missing from his resume. It's the only trophy that escapes him. It's the only achievement he doesn't have yet. He won everything at club level. He won 5 Ballon d'Ors. He won Champions Leagues in 3 different countries. He won the European Championship with Portugal. But the World Cup, never won it. And that hurts. That burns. That keeps him up at night. So while there's a possibility, a minimal chance of conquering that trophy, he'll be there. He'll train. He'll fight. He'll give everything. Because quitting isn't part of his vocabulary. Quitting would be betraying everything he built. It would be accepting defeat. And Cristiano doesn't accept definitive defeats. He accepts temporary defeats that he uses as learning. But giving up before trying? Never. Some say he should stop. That he's already proved everything, that he doesn't need to risk tarnishing his legacy, that he should leave at the top. But those people don't understand. They don't understand that for Cristiano, it's not about protecting legacy. It's about completing the mission. It's about not leaving anything undone. It's about when he dies, being able to say, I gave absolutely everything. I tried everything. I didn't leave any stone unturned. What if he fails? What if he gets to 2026 and doesn't win? Then he failed trying. He failed giving everything. He failed on the field, not on the couch. And that he accepts. What he doesn't accept is not trying. What he doesn't accept is giving up before the battle. What he doesn't accept is looking back and asking himself, what if? So yes,
Cristiano Ronaldo will play the 2026 World Cup. Count on it. Get ready to see him on the field. Get ready to see him score. Get ready to see him make history once again, because that's what he does. He makes the impossible seem inevitable. He makes the impossible seem inevitable. But there's another dimension to this conversation that needs to be explored. The dimension of the example he's setting. Because when Cristiano plays in 2026 at 41, he's not just playing for himself. He's playing for all the athletes who think their career ends at 30. He's playing for all those who think age is an insurmountable barrier. He's proving that with discipline, work, and the right mentality, you can extend your career far beyond what's considered normal. And that changes everything. It changes how young athletes view their careers. It changes how they take care of their bodies from early on. It changes expectations. It changes what's possible. Before Cristiano and players like him, the idea was that at 33, 34, you were done. It was accepted. It was normal. Nobody questioned it. But now you have players playing until 40. You have athletes taking care of their bodies in ways they didn't before. You have science applied to sports in revolutionary ways. And much of that was influenced by Cristiano, by how he lives, by how he takes care of his body, by how he challenges norms. He's not just building his legacy, he's changing the game for everyone who comes after. He's raising the bar. He's showing it's possible. And when a 20-year-old kid today sees Cristiano at 41 still playing at the highest level, that plants a seed. It plants the idea that I can too. It plants the idea that if I take care of my body, if I'm disciplined, if I do things right, I can have a long career. I can play until late. I can maximize potential. That's powerful. That transcends football. That's true legacy. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. What if he goes to the World Cup and Portugal doesn't win? What if he goes and doesn't play well? What if age finally shows? What if it's a failure? But what if it is? What if he risks and fails? It's still better than not risking. It's still better than giving up without trying. It's still better than living with the regret of not giving everything. Cristiano always knew greatness requires risk. It requires exposing yourself. It requires trying even when you might fail. And he's always been willing to do that. He's always been willing to risk his reputation on a decisive penalty. He's always been willing to take responsibility when others run away. He's always been willing to be the target of criticism if things go wrong, because he understands that without risk, there's no reward. Without exposure, there's no glory. Without trying, there's no conquest. So if he goes to 2026 and things don't go well, he'll accept it. He'll deal with it. He'll learn from it. But at least he tried. At least he gave everything. At least he didn't stay home watching others play while wondering what if. And honestly, the chances of failure are small. Because even if he doesn't win the World Cup, even if he doesn't play every minute, his presence is already valuable. The experience he brings, the leadership, the ability to calm a young team in moments of pressure, the ability to score a decisive goal when no one else can, that has value. That helps. That can be the difference between going far or going out early. Portugal has good young players, has talent, but lacks experience in big tournaments. Lacks someone who's already been there, who's felt the pressure, who knows how to handle it. And Cristiano is exactly that. He's the veteran who's seen it all, who can guide the youngsters, who can share wisdom, who can lead by example. So even if physically he's not the Cristiano of his 20s, the value he brings goes far beyond physical. It's mental, it's emotional, it's even spiritual. It's the aura of someone who never quits, who always believes, who always fights until the end. And that's contagious. That inspires. That elevates the entire team. You have a Cristiano in the locker room, and suddenly you believe.